Alrighty, folks. This is really weird. I'm not used to streaming like this on YouTube. Um, Let me turn my volume down on my tablet because I've got a super ghetto setup. But welcome. We're gonna play some real pinball today. Today was kind of a crappy day for a variety of reasons. I went for a bike ride. I came home. I was feeling pretty good. I took a shower. I decided, you know what? I've been wanting to try this for a while on my main YouTube channel here, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to make it like a main Wednesday stream or whatever. So I had everything already hooked up. I figured I might as well go and do this. And yeah, we're going to play some Metallica Pinball. Hey, Leo, what's going on? This is a game by Stern Pinball. Came out in 2013. This particular model, I think, was manufactured in 2016. It's my friend Edon Grossman. Huge shout outs to him. He bought the game a couple months ago. Didn't want to put it in his basement, and so we agreed to put it here. So it's going to be here for probably at least another month or two. And so I get to play it in the meantime. I get to clean it up when it gets dirty. And what's significant about the 2016 model is that it was all LEDs out of the box, I believe. So the original Metallica from 2013 had standard light bulbs, incandescents, and so yeah, what you see here is the LED Pro, and yeah, it's a really fun game, really solid playfield layout. I am trying to figure out how to access my live stream chat from my damn tablet here. So I'm going to probably... I actually should have prepped a little bit better for this. I thought I could get everything set up by 7 p.m. But for some reason, live stream chat's not coming up in the Android app, which is aggravating. So let me see if I can just go to the website and... we shall see. Actually, what's really funny about this is that I switched over to iPhone recently, and so now Android is just like completely weird to me again. So, all right, let me close out of all my stuff here. Let's go to the web browser. But how's everybody doing tonight? I see Guns is out there as well. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. YouTube.com/C/gameplay and talk. I mean, this is fine. It's going to take a little while for people to like sort of trickle in anyway. All right, Metallica Pinball. Let's click on that. See if it gives me a live chat. That would be great. And it, for some reason, does not want to give me live chat. You gotta be freaking kidding me, YouTube. Like, it's a live stream. Why is there no live chat integration? I don't know how the hell you guys do this, man. I always watch from desktop, so... settings... And I know that live chat is enabled because I see you guys talking to me, so... Alright, let's go to the App Store and see if we can download YouTube Studio so I can hopefully at least monitor chat from that. It'll only take a minute to log into that. Dude, it is so hot here today too. I've got the AC cranking like crazy. I only have one window right now open, and it's for the cat, and it's making things crazy. Yeah, Leo says he doesn't see how people enjoy this on their tablets or smartphones, right? YouTube Studio is not coming up either. That's not cool. Well, what I might have to do is just, ghetto rig it and just keep looking backwards as I play, which, I mean, it isn't the end of the world. But I have a tablet set up here just so I can look over as I'm playing and be like, oh, okay. Leo is still the only person out there. And guns. I don't expect many people to be watching today because, for one, I don't normally stream on Mondays. But two, I don't normally stream pinball on this channel. So, who else is out there? Still just Leo and guns. Okay. If you guys see any like weird graphical glitches and things like that, this poor computer is ridiculously old. I've been wanting to change my pinball stream setup to a different PC, but it's a lot of work. I'd have to take this one out, swap it out. And because of some work-life issues right now, I might have to end up selling some of my spare PCs, and so I might have to revert back to an old laptop, which would be even worse than the computer I'm currently using. But yeah, just let me know how that goes. And alright, I'm going to have to just keep looking back and forth, which is extremely disappointing. The only other thing I can think of is integrating like live stream chat on top of the gameplay, which will only take a minute to do, but it's not, I don't know. It's probably not ideal. So, yeah, because the computer's so old, I noticed some glitching on like the cameras. So I've got a webcam up there, which is pointing this way. And then I have a webcam right here, which is pointing at the DMD, dot matrix display. Both of those were kind of glitching out. So I had the upper webcam at 60 FPS, which is nice. It's capable of that. And so I moved it down to 30, thinking maybe the computer just can't keep up with all this stuff going into it. But yeah, if you see any weird glitching like that, it should be fine. But let me know if anything like freezes outright, because that does happen sometimes. Is like one of the cams will just stop working and it'll just be like a still frame. So if that happens, definitely let me know. And let me do one quick run around here in this this app and see if it gives me anything for like live stream chatting. And I really don't think it's going to, which is very aggravating. But you live and you learn, right? So I'll have to do some research for I have an idea. I love it when I have an idea. Yeah, I actually have YouTube Studio on this. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to show me as live right now. Why is this so hard? I just want to monitor my own goddamn chat without having to look around like 30 times in a stream. There it is. Yes, we got it. I'm assuming Google does not like Amazon, because that's an Amazon Fire tablet. So while it is Android, I believe. Wait, do the Fire tablets use Android, or do they use like a custom operating system? I don't know, but it's not working there, so I decided to pull it up on my iPhone. So I've got it. Let's see now. Is there a way to do chat only? Live chat. Hey Phoenix, what's going on? Low tonight is going to be 70 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be the same here, I'm sure. It's really hot right now. Thankfully, it is kind of windy outside, so I went for a bike ride, and it actually wasn't that bad because the wind was just constantly blowing against me. All right. Well, unfortunately, with this, I can't just do like chat only. So I'm just gonna put my phone in here, and this is really awkward. Okay, cool. So at least I'll be able to see your chat. So I've got the video feed at the lowest quality. Let me pop this mouse away. I do have a couple of other templates here we might switch to if you guys want me to point out like specific goals or whatever. So I can basically point at something and tell you what it does. And so we have one mic here. It's just a blue snowball ice version. And so this is going to pick up both me and all the mechanics and the gameplay audio. Cross your fingers I don't get any copyright claims for this, because I did stream this on my pinball Twitch channel and exported it to my other pinball YouTube channel. And I didn't get any copyright claims, surprisingly. So cross your fingers. I don't know if it's because I think Metallica, like, they bought up the rights to all their music or something like that, so maybe that's why. You know, you stream copyrighted music from big bands, you'll get the hammer from these the record companies, but yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, Metallica Pinball. So this is a really awesome game. Go ahead and hit the start button. When you start the game, you can use the flipper buttons to change the radio station, and it just changes the song that plays, and doesn't do anything to gameplay. It's just, if you're a fan of Metallica, you might prefer a specific song. I kind of cycle through all of them, although I'm kind of like a, well, newer Metallica fan in that, like, I started with stuff like Load and Reload, so I have a soft spot for Fuel when I play. But you got all sorts of stuff. You got End of the Line, which is on a newer album. This is actually an unlocked track you get to, or you access when you get to the Big Wizard mode. You basically beat the whole game. Extremely difficult to do. We might do it on today's stream. We might not. I've done it a couple of times now. And hey, I see Chenty out there. Chenty is a pinball fan. So we'll do Sad But True. So, you know, this is a two flipper game. There's a button on each side of the cabinet for those of you guys that are new to this. And a couple of different ways you can plunge. You have an actual plunger down here. You just pull it back and let it go. There's a little post in the back of the playfield that'll pop up. So when you do a full plunge, the ball will go to those top two lanes on the top right. Just like that. And you can get a skill shot by hitting the, the lit item. And so a bunch of different things we can do. My goal is to kind of just start multi-ball. So one way of doing that is hitting this guy called Sparky in the middle of the playfield. Just like that. When you hit him, there's a little magnet that activates and it kind of flings the ball around. So we can just do that a bunch of times. It takes, quite a while for Sparky. It probably takes like 8 to 10 hits to get your first multi-ball on him. There are other ways you can progress towards multi-ball. There are these what's called drop targets, and then they're inline targets with these crosses on them. If you successfully get all of those down, you will also start another multi-ball. And that's called a death save. That's a way to get your ball back. It's illegal in tournament play, and you got to be careful maybe not to do it on location if you go out and play somewhere random you've never been, because they might throw you out. Shit, like throwing the machine around like that. But I got my ball back for that. I'm going to try to backhand the inline targets there, and to get that multi-ball going. Now the ball from here is going to kick out towards the left flipper, and I want to try to grab the ball if I can. That was sort of bad, but we got it under control. I'm going to go for those targets again. Got it. And I just have to hit that 2 more times and I'll start a multi-ball. There we go. And as I play, I'll explain various rules of the game. I'll explain different like flipper techniques and stuff like that. And then see if we can get it again. Just let the ball bounce. And now I'm going to try to do a forward hand from the right flipper. You can see that this is flashing now. It's like pulsing. That means the multi-ball is ready. And we got it. So good. That's a good start. Metallica can be a very drainy game. It can be very difficult. And, yeah, sometimes it could just take me a while to have a decent game going. So I'm in multi-ball. You know, the idea of multi-ball is to hit shots, get points, maybe light a super jackpot. And one thing you want to do in these multi-balls, and I'm not going to be able to show it off because I drained. Hey Jeff, yeah, yeah, it is a cool machine. This is my friend's machine, and it's Metallica. But yeah, so one thing I can do is try to maybe go back for the Sparky multi-ball in the middle. One of the things about pinball is that, you know, a lot of people play it and they think, oh, this is completely random, there's no skill involved, this and that, they just are batting the ball around like crazy. But in pinball, you want to slow things down. You want to get the ball under control and then figure out what you want to actually shoot for. Because it is a game with rules and progression and stuff like that, just like the video games I cover on my channel. So I'm going to go up the middle again, if I can actually do it. There we go. So it looks like just one more hit on Sparky. You can see that the electric chair symbol is actually glowing. And so now we started another multi-ball. My friend also installed what's called a color DMD. Basically, it replaces the original display with colored dots. So normally this game was just red and black. And so now you guys get to experience Metallica's its dot matrix display in color, which is pretty sweet. All games have switched over to basically LCD displays, like computer-generated graphics and things like that. This was one of the last dot matrix display games. So a few things you could do here in this multi-ball. You can shoot the orbits, which are the outermost shots, or you could shoot up the middle. When you shoot enough, the middle will start flashing for a super jackpot. So that'll be a couple million points, I'm sure. Just like that. And now that I've done that, we go right back to where we were, where the outer shots are lit for points. Or I can shoot up the middle over and over. Alright, I lost the ball, but it's okay. I've got 2 balls in hand. That sounds really bad. So one thing when you're in these multi-balls is the snake will start lighting up. And when it does, if you hit it, it'll actually kind of restart your multi-ball. So it is flashing right now. I want to see if I can hit that. Got it. Now what's cool about hitting the snake like that when it's lit during multi-ball is you activate 2 times playfield. So all shots are worth double the points. Now I have another doubler ready on the piston over here. It's a solid red shot. If I manage to hit that, it'll also double the playfield. So you can have up to 4 times playfield scoring if you manage to get the snake and then the piston on the left. So I'm going to just try to... Okay, there we go. Oh, that's out. Can't do anything about that. That ball just curved like right down the middle. Alright, so that was okay. There's some other ways like I progressed in the game. There's a lot of stuff to explain in this game. It's not going to make any sense at first for people that are new. It's going to take me a while to get into everything. There we go. Those are the pop bunkers up top. I'm gonna drain. Oh yeah, I tilted. I tilted completely. Hey, Desan, what's going on, man? I am doing real pinball, that's for sure, man. This is a setup I normally use for my Twitch channel, but I also have a dedicated pinball YouTube channel, which is actually, the name is in the top left there if any of you guys want to look it up. I don't have a link down below, but it's just AKM Pinball, and then that'll pop up. I've got years and years of like tutorial videos and stuff like that. And then when I stream pinball on Twitch, I'll usually export the archive to that YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see more of this, you'll want to go over there. But I wanted to try to do this on this main channel because, for one, we usually get more viewership, and I wanted to try to maybe expose some more people to some real pinball. And yes, like Leo said, I'm just storing this for a friend. This isn't mine. Yeah, so this is not mine. I haven't bought a pinball machine in quite some time, and the ones I did have, I had to sell. So I have one of my own. It's a home pinball machine. It didn't cost me anything to take. And then I'm storing 3 games for other people. One is for the local league as a giveaway prize. Every time a league season ends, we have a party and they give away a pinball machine to one of the players in the league, which is cool. So I'm storing that game for the league. And then I have 2 games here, Metallica and F-14 Tomcat. We'll stream F-14 sometime as well. They're both my friend Edon's. And you guys have seen Edon on stream here a few times in the past. And so yeah. But yeah, I wanted to do something different here. And I know there are a couple of viewers here that had mentioned they're starting to play real pinball. They're going to be joining leagues and stuff like that. So I also wanted to, you know, play some pinball here for that. What is my high score on this? It's like almost 2 billion points. It's a very, very big score for this game. I didn't even realize you can get billions in this game until Edon brought this machine in, and you know, I binged it for like 3 days straight when he brought it in, and got some really good scores. We'll probably get some good scores here tonight. 19 million's not a great start for one ball, but we did make some progress. So one of the real interesting things about Metallica's rule set, well, it's got a fairly standard playfield layout. This is what's called a fan layout, where all the shots just kind of, they fan out, you know. So you got your middle shots, your slightly, you know, off-angled shots, and then your farther, like 45-degree angle shots almost, and then your outer orbits usually, and usually some really tight shots, you know, so it's like a fan. But what's interesting about Metallica is that you don't start, like, modes sort of traditionally, like you do in something like Attack from Mars or Monster Bash or something like that. It's got, you know, 4 lit inserts per shot. It's got basically a spider, which tells you what shot, well, which tells you some things. Then it's got an electric chair icon, a snake icon, and a cross icon. When you hit those, when they're permanently solid, like you see those drop targets have the chair, snake, and cross permanently lit. When that's the case, and I hit that, it collects it'll collect one of each of those items. Which will be tallied up down here on the bottom. So notice that the cross, chair, and coffin are all solid. The snake is not, which means I have to either hit the snake or I have to hit this target where the snake light is lit to collect more snake items. And then when I light all these up, the scoop on the right lights for a wizard mode. It's called Crank It Up. And that's where, like, the big points really come from. And there are 4 Crank It Ups. I did 3. There's 4. And if you successfully go through all 4 in a single game, which is really hard to do, you'll get to what's called End of the Line, which is the big wizard mode in the game. That's where you can get billions of points. But it really requires you to play the game well and really play out all the modes. There are a lot of other things you can do in the game that I'll explain. But yeah, so if I'm just like shooting like ramps and orbits and stuff like that, I'm not usually progressing towards much. Ramps is an exception, I'll explain that later. But the idea is to try to get your lanes lit solid permanently and then keep hitting those to collect items, which lights up your inserts here underneath Fuel and Metallica. And then when you do that, you can get to Crank It Up, which is, you know, wizard mode. So hey, Karsten. Sorry to hear about your job. We are here for you, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Karsten, very much. Much appreciated, sir. In Aberdeen, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing okay. Not as good as I could be. I basically got my notice today at work that I'm getting booted off my contract. So, and if they can't find me anything in company, I'm basically getting laid off in 2 weeks. So that's what's happening. That's why today was kind of shitty. So really what I should be doing is like, you know, sitting at my computer desk looking for work. And I'm like, you know what? I need to just veg out. I need to play some damn pinball. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And the next day and the day after. I've got a couple weeks. But yeah, I'll keep my nose to the ground, you know, tomorrow. But for now, we're gonna play some pinball and hang out with each other. Yeah, Dasan, it is my main job. I had already quit my part-time job. My part-time job, I'm doing my last day there this Thursday, and then I'm done with that completely. So if something happens and I can't find work fast, or my company can't find me another position, then at least I'll get severance pay, most likely, and should be able to claim unemployment. So while I look for you know, further work. So, yeah, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. And thanks to San. Yeah, I mean, you reached out to me on Patreon about that, Dasan. Yeah, and I responded back saying, like, yeah, the same thing's probably going to happen to me. And I got the official notice today. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no, you know, in these situations, like, you don't get much of a choice. You know, you get that letter and you're done, basically. And that's kind of what's happened. So what I want to do is hit this captive ball. You'll notice that it's flashing, that red coffin. That locks a ball for Coffin Multiball. So you have to hit the captive ball a lot to progress towards Coffin Multiball. But it's good to do. It's something you're going to be doing a lot over the course of the game. Now I want to get my snake icon lit, so I want to try to hit either the snake or the drop targets that has the, you know, the lit snake light. So I'm going to keep just working at that. And if I hold down both buttons, if you look on the dot matrix display, I'll be able to pull up quick information, which kind of tells me where I'm at in the game. So I'm on ball 2. That's how many Metallica letters I have. That's 1 combo. 20 combos is an extra ball. 0 blown pistons, mystery level 2. So 3 grade marker hits for multi-ball, 11 electric chair hits for that multi-ball, 10 coffins to light the next lock. Snake, I haven't progressed towards snake multi-ball at all. But yeah, it says, oh my god, I need 7 snakes? Oh man, that sucks. So I have to hit these targets a lot. But I mean, that's the thing I really want to do. I want to get towards crank it up, which means all I have to do is just complete the snake. So again, I can hit the snake himself, or I can try to backhand the grave targets, just like that. I found backhanding them could be really risky with the current setup. Like, you'll hit it and the ball will fly back straight down the middle. Now, I'm trying to do what's called a live catch a lot, where I try to just, like, grab the ball. Like, imagine, like, you're being thrown a baseball, and you just grab it, and the ball doesn't go anywhere. So you can kind of do that with flippers. Oops, that's not good. Okay, good. Alright, let's try to backhand it again. And I'm either overshooting or undershooting. And that can happen a lot if I'm not paying attention. Hey, Zach, what's going on, man? And Blue Grasson, welcome back. Carson's ever played many pinball machines. Mark was never good at pinball. Well, I mean, pinball is not the sort of thing that you get good at overnight. You gotta work at it a lot. But it's very satisfying when you do get good at it. So now another thing you can do is you can actually hold down the left flipper to fling the ball all the way around the playfield for a super skill shot. So I'm gonna hold it in and then plunge, try to grab it, and I got a super skill shot. I got extra points for hitting the chair up the middle. But I really wanted to get that right ramp. If I had successfully gotten that right ramp, because that's where the spider icon was flashing, and I hit it, I would have actually lit up all of those inserts instantly like that. Would have been really nice. Alright, there we go. We're going to just keep working at those targets to collect those snake icons. And we've got to be almost there, man, in terms of getting those snake icons lit. Dude, seriously? I haven't lit it yet? I'm going to try to go for the snake himself. That was what's called a flick pass. With pinball buttons, they're not like digital switches. It's not just on or off. They're leaf switches, which can get close to the... it's hard to explain without showing you. But basically, by like releasing the flipper just a tiny bit, you can basically have it sort of like jiggle a little bit, and you can have the ball just like do a baby hop from one side to the other. There we go. Alright, let me check my... you know what? Screw it. Let's just start multi-ball again just to kind of show you that once more. There we go. Oh, and I just got it. That was the 7th shot. So now I've got all these inserts lit. I have to play this multi-ball now before I can try to get to crank it up. But at least we should be able to show you crank it up on this first game here. There's a lot more to the rule set of the game, but you know, for those of you guys that are sort of new to this, a lot of this stuff is just going to go right over your head anyway. And that's it. That was bad. I didn't even get my Atta-ball. Now I want to go for the right scoop. It's actually flashing blue, which means crank it up is lit. And you can see all these inserts down here are flashing, which means it's ready. Now, unfortunately, that rightmost scoop is probably one of the most difficult shots in the game. I struggle with that and the left ramp in particular. Usually the snake is pretty tough for people, but yeah, I find the scoop and the left ramp in particular to be the toughest. They seem to be the tightest shots. But, alright, so I can have a breather here for a couple seconds. You've got 4 different modes: Fade to Black, Battery, Inner Sandman, and From Whom the Bell Tolls. So we're going to do From Whom the Bell Tolls. It's the most simplistic one. And the idea here is to try to complete all your shots and then exit Crank It Up and collect all the points that you scored. So you'll collect the points as you shoot the shot, so you can get a lot of points just like that, just from playing the mode. But it also adds all those shots into a big jackpot. And if you successfully make it out of this, you can collect a crap ton of points. And then when you start adding playfield doublers into the mix, you can come out with like over 100 million points. So I've already collected 11 million, and I've added to 11 million to the jackpot pool. I will be doing that a lot tonight, just to keep these games going. Well, still looks alright. Alright, so again, you're actually timed. This mode will go the entire length of the song, and then when the song ends, that mode's over. Now, I've never actually played the song out, you know, completely, like have it run out of time, so I'm not sure what happens there. Let's go for that left orbit. Got it. Ball is... Alright, gonna go to the top lane. So that was 2.1 million points just for one shot. There was a multi-ball I played earlier where I only got like 4 million total. So you can already see like why it's important that you get to this mode. It's where the points are. Oh, I couldn't do anything about that. Just want to make sure the camera's still lined up right. Does Arcade 1-Up have a digital pinball machine like AtGames does? Yeah, they actually just released one. It's based on Zen Studios tables. And apparently I don't think you can add to it either. It's like 10 or 12 tables or something like that. Apparently, yeah, I watched someone's review of it last week, and I wasn't really all that impressed. I'm interested in AtGames table because you can add more games to it, and not only do you have the Pinball Arcade Gottlieb set, but you also can do like the Zachariah tables as well, which those have pretty good physics. So I would really like to have one of those one day. Leo says the Outrun, Atari Star Wars, and a trackball cabinet with Atari's trackball games would be his 3 that he would own. Nice. The Arcade 1-Up stuff is fun. I had a Mortal Kombat 2. It was great for nostalgia's sake, but I never used it. I think I played it like 3 times in the 6 months I owned it, so I ended up selling it last year. But no, Arcade 1-Up is still doing a lot of new stuff. It's just I've noticed that at like Walmart, they only have like the Pac-Man and NBA Jam models right now. So I don't know if like interest has died down for the general public, but they are still, you know, going at it, which is cool. So, but we will do one.
Player 1.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, Leo. The pinball arcade stuff isn't quite as ideal in that sort of form factor because they never felt the most realistic to begin with. And from what I understand, they have a little bit of input lag as well, which as someone that plays real pinball, usually no input lag. There are situations where you can press the flipper button and it takes longer for the flipper to actuate. That's a mechanical issue. And maybe even an electrical one. There are a lot of components that go into making your flippers actually move. It's not just like a button and then your flipper magically does its thing on its own. It's a bunch of moving parts working together, along with electricity. But yeah, the digital pinball stuff can be a little weird playing it standing up with real buttons because like there's a disconnect when you hit the buttons. Like the flippers won't work as fast or snappy as they do, you know, on the real deal. So it's weird. So Squire asks, how many pinball machines do you own? I own one. That's it, and it's Fireball Home Edition from like I don't remember if it's 74 or 76. It's mid 70s, and a friend of mine that passed away last year, he actually basically gave it to me as a project pinball machine. I had stored his games here for years and years, and he basically just like gave it to me as a thank you. And you know, we got it up and running. It was kind of a beater when we got it, but now it's fun and it's fast and it's really cool. And I kind of keep it as a memento because, you know, it was one of the last things I worked on with my buddy who passed away last year. So he was a huge asset to the local pinball scene too. But I have 3 other games in here, like I talked about earlier: Metallica, F-14 Tomcat, and Flash by Williams. They're all other people's games. I'm just storing them for people. So I have 4 games in here, but I only own 1. So, all right. Do Enter Sandman. So, again, you know, if I wanted to, I can try to do a super skill shot. If I hold the flipper in and let the ball come all the way around, the right ramp is going to be lit for an instant completion of all my inserts. So I will see if I can do that. Unfortunately, when you hit the flippers to the left and right, it also changes your song. So if I want to play Enter Sandman, I have to make sure that when I press left here, I go to Enter Sandman and then actuate the skill shot. So like that. And I tried the live catch and I failed. So when you first plunge on a modern game like this, usually ball save is active. You'll notice that between the flippers is these lights, and if the ball drains while these lights are flashing, the game will kick out a new ball and you'll get your ball back. So, you know, I've been talking about these inserts a lot. I talked about multiball a lot in the first game, but in this game I want to talk about these inserts. So you got the chair, the snake, and the cross, and to fill those in, you have to hit those respective targets. So I have to hit the snake to light the snake icon. I have to hit the cross targets to light the cross. I have to hit Sparky at the middle to light the chair. So like, let me hit Sparky. You'll notice this chair icon will light up, just like that. And then now I can, oops, I drained. So because I did not complete those, they're going to be wiped out on this next ball. So it's like I have to start over, basically. You do believe this is the first pinball live stream you've ever been to before? This is cool. Well, nice. Well, thanks for joining us, Pages. You'd have a Black Knight or Big Shot. Nice. I had a Pro Pool, which is the single-player add-a-ball version of Pro Pool, and it's a really fun game. So the super skill shot is now on the target, so I'm trying to do what's called a loop pass, where you drop the ball, you drop the flipper just at the right time, and the ball will hop from one side to the other. As long as the ball's got good momentum, and I mistimed that. But it's okay, I got the super skill shot. So you'll notice that because I hit that, all those inserts are lit. Now the idea is to collect all your inserts, which will light a hurry up on the captive ball. And if I complete that hurry up, it'll lock them in all solid until I either get them all done or until the end of the game. And that is, my aim is not here right now. That was a flipper ball hop. That was intentional. You can just hold the flipper up sometimes, and if the ball has enough momentum, it'll just hop over to the other side. Okay, I missed again. That was a dead flipper bounce. Very risky right there, but it worked. I just didn't flip, and I was able to get the ball to the other side and under control, which is good because I want to hit those targets, and it's easiest if I backhand them. Boom, got it. So now you notice like these are all cycling. That means that the captive ball is ready to go, and if I hit that, they all light solid. So now these are lit solid for either the rest of the game or until I complete all of them. If you complete all of them solid like that, all 5 lanes, you'll get to what's called Seek and Destroy, which is like another mini wizard mode. Wizard modes are like big, like you could consider them to be like, to use like a video game analogy, it's kind of like a boss mode almost. And usually you'll get lots of points out of them, and it also feels really good to get to them because they're usually difficult. I'm going to go for those drop targets again, because since this is the beginning of the game, it only takes me 4 hits to start that multi-ball. So now I'm in that multi-ball. And I want to be wailing on that inline drop target bank, because I've got them lit solid. And when they're lit solid, you're collecting those icons as items, and those items are needed to get to your wizard mode. Now you can also light the snake Add-A-Ball by completing all the picks. Now the picks are these targets on the bottoms of the right ramp and the left drop target bank. And so now the snake is ready. You can see its green light is flashing. And so what I want to do is try to just get the balls under control. Got it. So now it's going to add a ball. And now we're in 2 times playfield. So all my points are doubled now. And if I wanted to, I could try to hit the field targets, get another playfield doubler going at the same time, and that's how you can, blow up the basic game relatively quickly, is get your multipliers going and actually hit a lot. All right, let's go for that. Got it. Ooh, again, nice. Ooh, even nicer. Look at that. I've got 2 balls on the right flipper, 1 ball on the left. This is a really good position. I can just try to backhand the targets over and over. Now the snake, I got it flashing again. I can hit it to double the playfield once more. Now it's not going to add a ball a second time in the same multi-ball. So you get the Add-A-Ball once. Try to hit the snake. Nope, missed it. Oh, I flubbed that. That was really bad. Alright, bounce pass. Go for that captive ball, and I got the snake. Alright, another lane completion. Boom, got the captive ball. So now I have both the right ramp and the left drop targets solidly lit. So every time I hit those shots now, I'm collecting these items down here. And because that multi-ball went really well, I've collected all my items already. So, I've played 1 multi-ball, and I've already got my first Crank It Up lit. So let's try to play that. We have to actually hit it, which can be easier said than done. Again, one of the harder shots in the game. Oh. There we go. Got it. Alright, so back into Crank It Up. Looks like my game's leaning a little bit. I'll try to fix it after this game. So we did From Whom the Bell Tolls that time. Let's do Enter Sandman this time. Hey, John Luke, welcome back. And we got Mark Havener. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Mark. I know Metallica is one of your favorite bands. So this is a lot like From Whom the Bell Tolls in terms of what we have to do, except that the shots are now like rotating around the playfield. Now, to get out of Crank It Up, you need to hit one of each of your main items. You need to hit the coffin, the snake, the chair, and the grave markers. You'll notice that the shots just constantly cycled through there. And they'll sort of like rotate around on their own as well. I'm going to try to go for that left orbit. Got it. That's the loop pass I was talking about. Another shot. Another one. I love the sounds and animations in this Crank It Up. Alright, just bounce past. Don't do anything. Alright, I'm going to go for the left orbit again. That's easier for me to hit than my left ramp. And you want to go for the shots that are flashing. The ones that are solid are shots that you've already completed. Got it. That was another really good loop pass. It's a control method. And a lot of newer players are really scared to try that. But if you get a game where it works, you want to do it. Because oh man, it'll keep your games going so much longer. Ah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go for the right orbit. And miss. Alright, so we just got ourselves a replay. So replay is, if you're playing on location and paying to play, a replay will usually give you a free game. So as you get better at pinball, you start playing these games and getting free ones, and you end up having to pay a lot less when you go in to play. So I've got my doubler here on the piston. You can see this spider is permanently lit. I want to try to save it for when the Crank It Up Collect is lit. That would be amazing if I can get a double Crank It Up Collect. Good shot on that left ramp. Like I said, the left ramp in particular is really tough for me. It's actually deceptively tight. Oh, I thank you. He says, "Ooh, this guy's good." My ego enjoys that very much. Alright, so I need to hit the snake and the chair to light my my exit strategy. Oh, we're not going to be able to exit. So I got 30 million just from playing it. And had I hit the chair and the snake, it would have completed my lights down here, which would have allowed me to exit Crank It Up. And then collect another 30 million. Or light my doubler, which would have allowed me to collect 60 million. So it's just instant 60 million. That would have put me up at over 100 million points. Or like 130 million points, which is a big game. Big game. So, oh man.
Player one.
Shane, hey Skins, what's going on? Shane, you'll never get any replays. He will, man. Quit talking down to yourself. You can do it. Skins is a local pinball player here in VA. So I'm going to try to go for the super skill shot and then loop pass, just like that, and then left ramp. Oh, that was really good, man. That was really good. Now I have to hit the left ramp again, which will allow me to collect the hurry up on the captive ball. And this game is just like taking us home right now. It's sending us home, as they would say.
Never saw a snake puke before.
All right, that's fine. Cool. It's not adding too much glare to the playfield. Whew. Well, yeah, thanks everybody for joining up and watching me play some pinball. Definitely something I needed today. Alright, so that was a bounce pass. Let's go for my targets for multi-ball. Go for the chair. So, I mentioned that red spider light. Basically, if I hit a different shot, the spider light will change to that shot I hit. And when that happens, the grave markers, the electric chair, the snake, when those will basically light those inserts wherever the spider light is. Okay, got it. Nice. My hurry up is lit on the captive ball. Boom, got it. So now my grave marker targets are permanently lit. And I haven't gotten any... oh, no, I did. I got my guitar pick, so I was able to add the ball. There we go. Double playfield now. Now, what some people do is when the ball save is going, they just flail around. It's called flailing. They just flip. And, you know, they don't worry about controlling the ball. It's a viable strategy, but you've got to be extremely good to be able to do it consistently and actually hit stuff meaningfully. So I prefer to get the balls under control just like this, and then go for my shots. I'm trying to backhand the target bank, but it's not working. That was bad. I should have waited for that ball to kick out before flipping. But I have a ball lock ready on the Coffin. So there we go. We just got it. That right there was called a slap save. Alright, so what I want to do is probably progress towards, I don't know, like the Sparky multi-ball. So you can hit up the middle from either flipper. It is definitely a lot easier from the left flipper though. So what I'll do is what's called a post transfer, where you have the ball on one side, and if you flip just right, you'll actually kick it over to the other side. Now sometimes it's easier from one side than the other. And with how this game is currently leveled, it's definitely easiest from the right-hand side to just kick the ball over to the left. I'm going to try to go for the snake as well, because there is a snake multi-ball I haven't showed off yet. Alright, let's see if we can death save again. Ooh, got it. Still trying to hit the snake. Man, I cannot hit the snake at all right now, man. It is a tough shot. There we go, got it. Alright, my right ramp is lit. If I can complete that, I can try to lock in the inserts, so I can start collecting more items. So that's the post transfer, like that. There we go, got it. Now I want to hit the captive ball. Boom, got it. Bounce pass. Ball's under control now. All right, I'm trying to backhand the left targets again, because I want to connect. I'm so dyslexic today, man. I want to collect my snake items. Let's go ahead and play out that multi-ball. We got it. Oh, man. Alright, collected my last snake item, so when I come out of this, I can go right in to crank it up. So, I should mention, in the cross multi-ball, or grave marker multi-ball, what ends up happening is you just have to hit each shot. You'll notice that each shot has grave markers lit and flashing. And so when I hit them, I will get points. And when I hit enough, a super jackpot lights on the grave marker itself. Okay, so it looks like extra ball's lit finally. I think that'll be my first extra ball. So yeah, the grave marker's lit right now. You can see it's flashing. So if I hit it, the magnet up there will actually grab a ball. Just like that, and it'll hold on to it. And so now if I hit it, I'll get a super jackpot. So it's 1.3 million. But I have my 2x playfield lit too, so I kind of want to... Boom, so now we're at 2x playfield. Now if I get that super jackpot, boom, got it. It's worth more points. Got my extra ball as well. See, that was 3.2 mil. It's fine. Now your 2x playfield only lasts for about 20 seconds, but if you hit it again, you'll actually extend the time. So one of the ideas is to try to get your 2x playfield going on the piston, and then hit it again and again and again and again. Okay, that's fine. I've got my next coffin lock lit, though, so I'm going to collect that. And there's another mode called Lady Justice. It's a ramp mode. You hit the ramps and spell Metallica. You'll start Lady Justice. And so ramps are now worth so 750k a shot. But I want to go in to crank it up. That is worth way more. But the Lady Justice mode will still be running on top of crank it up. It's called mode stacking. So we're going to do, we'll do battery this time. No, we'll do fade to black. Battery requires me to hit at the middle a bunch. I'd like to still hit the orbits and ramps, because that's what Lady Justice is good for. You'll notice that the M's on the ramps are now lit. They're flashing red. That means I'm in the Lady Justice mode. Yeah, Fade to Black. This is probably like one of my favorite Metallica songs. I love it. Yeah, so I just hit shots over and over. I already got 2 tilt warnings. So when you push the machine around like crazy, there's a little tilt bob on the inside that's inside a ring. And whenever the tilt bob hits the ring, you'll get a warning. And 3 warnings and your ball ends just like that. You get no bonus points or anything like that. So I had to push the machine to save the ball, but I already had 2 tilt warnings, so I pushed it too hard, and you know, I lost my end of ball bonus and I lost my ball completely. So so let's try to do the super skill shot again, just like that. Not like that. Bounce. Yeah, too late. I missed it. Getting the super skill shot on like one of the right most shots is really hard, because you have to be able to control the ball, or just try to hit the ball on the fly. Boy. I've already hit 2 targets. I might as well try to just go for that multi-ball again. The grave marker multi-ball can be tough to get, because like you have to hit all of them down before it will, you know, let you start qualifying the multi-ball. And they can be really risky. They're probably some of the riskiest shots in the game. That's the thing about them. It's like, oh man. So when you've already got a couple down, you're like, well, I might as well try to go all the way, because if all the targets are up, I'm not going to go for them intentionally. Not after I played it once or twice in particular. So
2 more shots.
So it says I need 2 more shots up there, and it'll start the multi-ball. And I've been really struggling with the backhand on that shot, too. It's been really weird. Usually it's a really easy backhand. But simple things like how your game is leveled will change how your shots, you know, play out.
1 more shot.
Got it. So we're right back into it.
I just shoot flashing
Skins, I'm babysitting this one, yes. Alright, so I've already qualified my grade marker. And let's see, I just need the 3rd guitar pick. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Yeah, so I got the snake out of ball ready, but the other ball drained before I could collect it. And now it's just about collecting items to get back into my next crank it up. And even though there are no grade marker targets lit or up, like I'm still collecting them technically. I'm still collecting the items. Electric share. So now all I need is the coffin. So again, down here, it's snake, coffin, electric share, grave marker. So now I have to just wail on the coffin, the captive ball. Now there is a way to speed up collecting coffin items, and that is if you hit any of these return lanes right before the flippers, you'll see the coffin flash, And that means when you hit it, you'll collect double the items. So if I hit it like this, I collect 1 coffin, and that's it. But if I, you know, hit a ramp and then hit it, I'll collect 2. So let's try to hit a ramp. Boom. Got it. Now our next Crank It Up is lit. Now that actually works out really well because Coffin Multiball is almost ready. It is almost lit. We're going to go ahead and do battery this time. You need to get in that game. Yes, you do, Skins. You need to get out and actually like socialize with pinball people. Then it won't be so hard. Now, that's not my end game. I'd rather own my own machines, but I'm in a position right now where I just can't buy any. And so, you know, there are some people that trust me, and so they know that I'll take good care of their machine. So the idea with battery here is just to shoot up the middle, and it's pretty risky. He went, what the fuck? Oh, I love it. And as you hit it, you'll also light some other shots on the playfield itself, and you can try to collect them for points. But I also still need to hit the snake once and the grade marker once in order to exit Crank It Up. Now you'll notice that I'm pushing the machine around too. It's called nudging. So if the ball gets near a post, you can push the machine up or to the left or right to try to add more force when the ball hits. So you can try to like push the ball up farther to get it away from the out lanes. You want to not drain, preferably. Oh my god, I am doing really bad with my drop catches. Drop catch is a very good maneuver where you drop the flipper at just the right time and it stops the ball's momentum. So I've got 13 million already. That's 1 million right there, so I'm up to 14 mil. I still want to hit that snake just to get out of Crank It Up. Batteries are a very dangerous Crank It Up. A lot of people will get it. If they're trying to get to like the big wizard mode, they'll get into it and then they'll try to exit it immediately. They basically won't even bother scoring in it. But just to get to the big wizard mode at the end, they'll get in and get out. So you have to play each of the 4 Crank It Ups if you want to get to the big wizard mode at the end of the game. Skins, you do know that Mom's is right down the street from that, right? Oh, you mean you don't want to travel to College Park? I mean, College Park isn't that much farther than where Vuck was, right? But yeah, you can go to Mom's. They've got like 50 machines there. And then there's also a bunch of breweries in the area. Mustang Sally has like 14 games now. Solace in Ashburn has games. Ocelot in Sterling just reopened. There's like a place or two out in Manassas. And then Carpool, I think, is moving to Arlington. I think that's the idea. So if you're still out in that area, then you're going to have a pinball place right down your street. So, alright, so I guess what I'm going to want to do is try to get my electric chair multi-ball going, because I haven't done that yet. I spent my multi-ball just collecting items, and it looks like we just need like one or two more hits to qualify electric chair. Okay, it's 2 more. Whoa, that was close. And there we go. Oh man, dude, it is so hot in here right now. I've got my AC cranking so hard, but it's not working. I'm gonna get some water in a minute. That'll help too. Or maybe a beer. All right. So really, if I want to try to get into my next Crank It Up, I want to just be collecting those items. I don't even care about like the electric chair jackpots. I'd rather hit my cross targets or hit that right ramp I'd rather hit the right ramp, actually, because if I can do that, I can also progress towards my next Lady Justice, which, that can be decent points if you play it out a lot. There's also a really nice combo you can do from the right ramp. You can hit the piston from the right ramp, and you'll get a nice, like, combo jackpot. It's really cool. There are some games I'll come in, and maybe I'll do this later, is I will just, I'll just try to play an entire game of combos, and that's it. It's a really fun game for combos. So the guy that programmed this game, Lyman Sheets, he's like one of the premier pinball programmers, and a lot of his games have combos. He likes combos, which is awesome because I like combos too. So now I just need to hit items. I don't even care about the multi-ball jackpots. So I'm just gonna, hit these shots over and over. My snake is lit. I don't know if I've actually gotten the Atta-ball. I'm gonna try to do an up and over and under. I don't know. Basically, you pop the ball up and then let the other ball fall and flip, and then catch the other ball you had popped up. So that was not good. Drop catch. Oh! Yeah, I'm finding the drop catch from the scoop kick out is extremely dangerous now. It used to be like perfect all the time. So again, I've got my super jackpot lit, but I want to get my snake. Okay, we did not collect the Atta-ball previously, so now we've got the Atta-ball and we've got a double playfield. I still need to hit some snakes too to qualify my next crank it up. But collect that super jackpot while you got 2 times playfield. You'll get more points. Oh, and we're out. That was bad, man. Okay, we got crank it up lit again. This will be my 3rd crank it up. I got an extra ball as well. We're up to 90 million points. No, I did not want to do that. God damn it. I wanted to save that. Alright, so we just started Coffin Multiball because I hit the Coffin by accident. It was the last hit I needed. Now, one of the cool things about Coffin, though, is you can stack it with another multi-ball. So what I'm going to do is actually maybe even try to get Seek and Destroy going. I want to progress towards, like, the electric chair or something like that. Snake is ready, but I'd rather play that out on its own. Or I'd rather use Coffin to progress towards another multi-ball. So let's just hit up the middle over and over. Hey, gotcha? Yes, sir. Metallica. That's right. Now, for Coffin Multiball, it's like you have to hit a certain amount of hits or something, or maybe switches, and it'll light the jackpot on the Coffin, but I failed. That was bad. I'll try to show Coffin properly later on. Maybe we'll do a game where, like, all we do is just try to get to Coffin. So, again, crank it up. There we go. Got a Metallica letter. Ooh, we just started Lady Justice as well on top of Crank It Up. So we can get some extra bonus points. Oh, I didn't do From Whom the Bell Tolls yet. Okay. So we'll do that once more. I like From Whom the Bell Tolls because it's really easy. It's really easy to understand. It's just shoot all the shots. That's it. You know, try to get them all completed one by one. I can feel my flippers getting weak too. Alright, loop pass. Go for the right ramp. Got it, nice. So we're getting Lady Justice points on top of the Crank It Up jackpots. That's a drop catch right there. Got it. I get into a real nice flow with From Whom the Bell Tolls as well. James Hetfield goes, yeah. Alright, right ramp is done. 5 million. Good loop pass. Ooh. Oh no! Bad loop pass. Why? But I got 26 mil just for shooting a handful of shots. So, you know, again, like, crank it up is where the points are. You can play out regular multi-balls all day long, but if you're not getting in to crank it up, you're not going to be getting huge points in this game. And 131 is not even huge. It's actually, honestly, for all the crank it ups I did, it's honestly not even very good. I should have way more points for how many crank it ups I played. But let's see if we can go for that super skill shot. Got it. So, got the super skill shot on the lane with the spider lit. And now if I hit it, I can light my hurry up on the captive ball. Oops, it's trying to live catch there. Ball save was active. Alright, got it. Let's try to go for the snake. Got it. Oh man, I still need 2 more for snake multi-ball. Jeez. I thought I hit the snake more than that, but snake multi-ball... Snake and Coffin are definitely the hardest multi-balls to get going. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I think what I'm going to do is try to go for the right orbit. You'll notice that the spider icon's not lit on the right. So if I hit, like, electric chair, snake, or grave marker, it's not going to move, it's not going to light those inserts. So I have to move the spider light over by shooting that shot once. I'm going to post-transfer like that. Go for the right orbit. Got it. So now you'll see the spider light is over there. And now when I hit electric chair or grave marker, it is going to apply those shots to that rightmost orbit. There we go. And there we go. Bounce it. Boom, just like that. Alright, so now we're in what's called Seek and Destroy. It's another mini wizard mode. It's got its own animation and everything. Hard to get to, but really fun. So what you want to do, it's like kind of like what we were doing, lighting all these shots solid and getting hurry-ups on the coffin for them. It's just that over and over. So if I shoot the cross, that can happen. I could have actually saved that, but I was just like not expecting it to do that. But basically, you shoot the series of shots that's flashing, and it'll light a hurry up on the captive ball. You collect it, and you just do that over and over. And the mode can just go on like almost infinitely. It's like, I think the timer just keeps resetting, so you can just get massive, massive points from it. There's a video by Keith Elwin. He's like pretty much the best player in the world, and he's got an old Metallica video where he had Seek and Destroy running for like the entire game. It was crazy. He got to the big wizard mode and everything, and Seek and Destroy was just constantly going. He was constantly collecting them. He's also now a pinball designer at Stern Pinball. He did Iron Maiden and Jurassic Park, and he's working on other ones right now. So, so how's everybody doing out there? So I see we've got people watching still. So I guess my goal is to try to get into another multi-ball. See if we can do our 4th crank it up. But because I got into Seek and Destroy, I've pretty much like unlit all of my main shots, which means collecting items is going to be a lot harder now. So I guess my goal is going to be to do Snake multi-ball, since that's the, you know, the one that we haven't done yet. Nice, I got a backhand on it, that's rare. Alright, so notice that the right ramp is flashing. That means Snake multi-ball is ready. I'm going to also hit the electric chair. Oh! That magnet, man. Those magnets can be evil like that. I got so lucky on that. Alright, let's try to hit the snake. Now, we've also got the fuel fast scoring mode going. You notice the fuel targets are going crazy. And so we're getting extra points for just shooting stuff. And I just want to get control so I can collect that snake and then start that multi-ball. And then potentially get into my 4th crank it up. There we go. So now we're in snake multi-ball. The idea here is to hit the snake lights and then shoot the snake itself. So the actual physical snake. Oh, that was awful. I wasn't even able to get my Atta-ball. Alright, so it looks like I've done enough to actually get my special, which is cool. If you collect the special on location, that would give you a free game typically. Operators can also have it set to give you points or give you an extra ball. I just need my coffin a bunch of times. Now I've got electric chair multi-ball ready too, but I just want to get my coffin because that'll, once I collect that, I'll get to my 4th crank it up. Now the idea is to not use the electric chair right now because, like, if I can actually play out my 4th crank it up and come out of it, then I can use the electric chair multi-ball to collect more items to get into my 5th crank it up, which is the big wizard mode, end of the line. So when I'm at this point in the game, like, I start thinking about how I do things very differently. So I've got my 4th crank it up lit now. So I want to try to collect that. Nice, got it. Alright, Inner Sandman. And again, this is one of those situations where, like, I might not actually want to play it. I might want to just try to get in and get out as fast as possible. That's going to give that back to me. There we go. Alright, see if we can backhand this. Got it. Alright, so now I want to try to exit crank it up. So if this was like my first crank it up, I'd want to play it out. But at this point, I'm really close to the big wizard mode, so I just want to get in and out. But I can still collect 16 million. I shot a couple shots. And unfortunately, I've collected too many extra balls, so now it's giving them to me as points. But yeah, he's mocking me. We're going to collect 16 million. I could have doubled it to get, 32 million.
Nice job.
But now I want to collect... try to do the electric ball, or electric ball, electric chair multi-ball. So boom. So now the idea is to just try to collect my items and see if I can get into my 5th crank it up. If I can, then we get to the big wizard mode in the game. Which I've only done twice now. And, alright, my Atta-ball's ready. Alright, got the Atta-ball. Oh, that was awful. That was so bad, man. I mean, I collected a bunch of items, but I still need more. Alright, Great Marker Multi-ball's ready. Okay. My hands are so sweaty right now. When I get this far in the game, my hands get sweaty, my body gets tense. Because you're like, oh, I'm so far, will I actually get it? Which, in this case, the big wizard mode. All right, we got the grave marker. We got the electric chair. We just need snake and coffin. Ball's ready. A snake can be really fickle. That ball can just reject over and over. Got it. All right, we just need coffin now. Got it.
Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Just let the ball drop down.
Time's up, loser.
Now, what I want to actually do is drain one of my balls. Because, again, my goal is big wizard mode. We got it! End of the line, baby. Oh, man. This is my third time getting here on this machine. Oh, feels so good. Mark, this is not mine, no. Hey, Carlos.
You reach the end of the line.
You get tons of points just for getting into it. So if I had doubled the playfield, this would be hundreds of millions of points right now. Alright. Shoot flashing shots to light super jackpot. Complete items to light crank it up for jackpot. So now, the amount of points you get in End of the Line is based on the crank it ups that you played. So we definitely want to try to play this out as best as we can if we want to get the maximum points. So, I'm still not completely familiar with this. It looks like you need to hit the spider shots. And I started 2 times playfield. Got it. Alright, I need the grade marker. I like this song too, man. It's so good. It's a good song for a wizard mode. Alright, snake is lit. Alright, looks like the piston is lit. Alright, got the piston, add a ball. Again, you gotta hit the spiders. So the left ramp is lit. God damn, these balls just keep wanting to go down the middle. Keep wanting to go down the middle. Alright. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Alright, looks like my right orbit is lit. That's fine. No, it changed. No, I got it. Okay, cool. Just wait. Flick pass. There we go. Nice capture. Try the backhands. Just do it again. Ooh, missed that. That's fine. I'm really struggling with that backhand on the gray marker targets. This is a really good position. You can just like flick it, and it just kicks the balls over. It's supposed to just kick one ball over, but that worked out really well. Another atta ball. There we go. Got the snake. Just let that ball drain. Hit the right ramp. Do that? No.
Nice job.
Oh, if I exited it, I could have collected a crap ton of points. And I mean, even what I did, like the amount of points I got, wasn't really that good compared to some of my other Wizard Mode games. Oh man, but that was still a really good game. Just getting to end of the line, especially with actually playing the game out like I did. Like a lot of people would just try to get in to crank it up and then get out, rather than playing crank it up. So that was still a pretty solid game that I could be proud of. You know, it was a very solid game. So,
Oh, that's
holy weak flipper, yeah, right, Skins. Oh man, good thing we're rocking this machine. That's right, Carlos. That's right, man. Oh man, let me check my AC real quick. It is super hot in here. How long have we been going? We've been going for hour 38. That's not too bad. I could probably go for at least another hour. Oh, man. Hey, Patchouli. You want to come see everybody on stream? Alright, what I will do first is have myself a beer, so if any of you guys out there watching, you have something, cheers! It is the only beer I have here right now. Here, Patchouli! 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 Patchouli, where are you, girl? Patchouli. Come here, babe. Hey, Patchouli, come here. Come here. Hey. I got you. You're all right. You're all right. Say hi to Patchouli, everybody. When I used to stream pinball all the time on Twitch, Patchouli would be a regular guest. I streamed on my personal channel for several years, then I joined up with Buffalo Pinball for a year. Some of you guys that stumble on this might know those guys. So there are some pinball streams on their YouTube channel, archives from my stream with them. And then since, I've just kind of been streaming casually here and there, on and off. And yeah, one thing I wanted to try to do is reintroduce a little bit of pinball back to my main channel here. I used to do pinball recorded videos on this channel, but then decided that it was good to split them off into its own thing. But pinball is so niche that, like, you know, I haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers yet on my primary pinball channel, and I uploaded regularly for a long time, so it's just like, you know, maybe I should start implementing more pinball on my Gameplay and Talk channel. We'll have 19 viewers instead of 1 or 2. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out here tonight, guys. Good girl. Good girl, Patchy. Oh, man. The most important addition to any pinball machine is drink holder. Are you alright? What are you doing? You're flicking your foot. You're flicking your foot. You alright? You're alright. So I can actually try to play a game. She'll probably jump off. Sometimes I can play and she will, so just kind of like watch the ball. Hey, Patchouli, what's down here? What's that? What's that? What's that, Patchouli?
Player 1.
So every time you hit this switch down here, there's a motor that starts running for the post, and she was like investigating it. I'll just do a full play.
Very good.
How are you, Patchouli? You don't want it? All right. Yeah, skins. Yep, she did that a lot. So what I'll do is I'll try to get into Coffin Multiball, since we didn't really mess around with that too much. I got into it once. So my goal right now is just to kind of play the game regularly, as most people would on location. But my goal when I play pinball is usually to try to like get to the end game. It's the most satisfying, it's the most difficult to do. You know, like getting to the end of the line, not a lot of people have done that. So it's like, you're like, oh man, I've done something like not a lot of people have gotten to. It's, you know, it feels good. It's like doing a difficult video game thing, you know. Except with pinball, I'd argue in a lot of cases it's even harder, because pinball has that huge element of randomness to it. I mean, and so getting to the end game of some games is just a monumental task. So I do have my captive ball lit, which is going to give us our first lock. Now I do have a setting set to where if I'm in a regular multi-ball, I can progress towards my coffin lock. Now I can't collect it during those multi-balls, but I can at least use multi-balls to get towards coffin lock or coffin multi-ball. So pinball's a lot of multitasking as well. It's like, it's not just about shooting the shot you need to get points, but if you're also thinking like, okay, which shot will give me points but also progress me towards the next goal of mine? You know, good pinball players are constantly looking forward. They're not just thinking, okay, I need to shoot this to start a multi-ball to get some points. They're thinking, okay, if I shoot this, I might get the multi-ball, but I might also progress towards another bigger mode down the road. You're basically setting up the game for down the road, putting yourself in good positions to, you know, make progress as well as get bigger points and whatever. Hey, Mark, thank you very much for that $2, man. Wish you could add more, buddy. No, just anything helps, Mark. Seriously. So what I'm going to try to do is get my second ball lock going, just in single ball play. I just realized I probably need to push the machine over a little bit more because I death saved a couple times. So sometimes you can super skill shot and just let the ball bounce. No, not working. And it'll just go right into the scoop for you. Alright, so I do want to collect that extra ball because I've already lost 2. Alright, it's 2 balls locked. So now what I want to do is start another multi-ball, progress towards my Coffin Multiball from there. So, ooh, that was a bad post pass. I didn't flip hard enough. There we go. Okay, that was a good post pass. Got it. Extra ball. So now I'll probably try to go for like the, oh man, the grade marker multi-ball. Assuming I get good, you know, feeds back to my flipper like that. Got it. Alright, one more. We'll start the grade marker multi-ball. And then my goal is just going to be the whale on the captive ball, and that's pretty much it. Oh, man. Okay, good. Here we go. Elvis, welcome. Alright, so captive ball, over and over. That's it. We need 9 more hits on it. That's it. We still have an extra ball, too, so even if I drain, we should be fine. Oh, man. I'm blanking out here, man. That's fine. Whoops. That was a nice, like, reflection? Deflection? I don't know. I basically pushed one ball up the right ramp with another ball. That was pretty cool. Alright, 3 more to light lock. And that's out. That's fine. Alright, so 1 more. Alright, we're in Coffin Multiball now. So when the coffin's flashing, you want to hit it. Boom. And it lights your shots. Now again, when you're in Coffin Multiball, you can also progress towards other multi-balls at the same time. So coffin's lit, boom, got it. Good, got the snake out of ball. $1.2 mil. Well, that's because of the double playfield. Forgot about that. And that's it. Ooh, Coffin's kind of interesting. It's fun. I shook it way too hard. Way too hard. What's up, Patchouli? You want to come back up here? You want to come back up here? How about up here? You want to come up here, Patchouli? Patchouli. Julie's just flopping around. She's floppy kitty.
Amazing.
Alright. Alright, so I mean I did Coffin Multiball. I mean at this point I might as well try to get to my next Crank It Up just to try to play those out some more. We got 30 million points doing that. That's actually honestly not that bad for just playing like regular multi-balls. Again, like you get your biggest points from playing Crank It Up. Got the snake.
Did you see the fangs on that thing?
Alright, so we completed our fuel targets, which lights our spider on the piston. And that lights our 2x playfield. So the snake 2x playfield you can only get during a multi-ball. But the piston 2x playfield is any time in the game. And the only thing you have to do that is complete your fuel targets on the left. Alright, Crank It Up is lit. Got it. Let's try Fade to Black. So for this one, you basically need to hit the row of shots that's completely flashing. Alright, there's one. Now it's the right ramp. Now you should get points for hitting any other shot. You're just not going to get nearly as many points. That I couldn't do. Well, I might have been able to save that. I basically flipped way too early on the right-hand side. I thought the ball was going to like graze the right flipper, but it actually was going closer to the left flipper. I could have slap saved from the left and saved the ball.
Hey, what's the matter?
All right, Patchouli. My kitty's trying to get my attention. All right, let's try to do a super skill shot. And that's it, I failed. Failed! I mean, not a whole lot I can do right now other than try to get into other multi-balls. So if I was in like a competitive situation right now, I'd probably try to progress towards multi-ball modes. Trying to get decent points in this game in single ball play is extremely risky. You really need the buffer of multi-balls. And again, progressing towards things like Crank It Up. Alright, electric chair multi-balls ready. Whoops. Let's see if I can hit that from the right flipper. It's a very tight shot from the right. There we go.
I sent it to you.
What game do you like to play? I like to play a lot of games. Too many. Too many games. Oh, there we go. That's easier on me. I keep hitting my phone with my hand. Because when you slap save, you have to actually physically push the machine as you flip. And I keep like smacking my phone with my right hand. So there's another mode called Blackened that you get if you complete all your guitar pick targets or lights down here. It's kind of hard to get to. You need to play a lot of multi-ball. And even if you do get to it, it's not obvious that you started it. So it's like, it's not something I ever focus on.
See it?
We did a thing called Pinball Done Quick years ago. It used to be held at, you know, Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Done Quick locations. And we'd have a bunch of different goals to try to speedrun for. And one of them was we had Metallica one year, and it was to get to Blackened, and like it was such a pain in the ass trying to get to it because it wasn't obvious like that we were actually in it. So maybe not like the best goal for a speedrun session like that. Speedrunning pinball is pretty fun though. it's, you know, you have to know the game, but there's a lot of randomness involved, so it's, you know, constant resetting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play grade marker multi-ball. Patchouli, what you doing? Oops. So multi-ball is all about that control, if you want to keep your multi-ball going. So that's a skill that takes a while for new players to really learn. And I still have to compete against people that have been playing a long time, but they still flail like crazy in their multi-balls, and it's, you know, it's a viable gameplay strategy. I mean, if you can hit your shots while shooting on the fly, then, you know, it's just about hitting your shots, getting your points. But it's very frustrating when you lose in a competition to someone that's just failing their entire multi-ball, because the success of their multi-ball is just kind of left up into the air. A lot more randomness involved when you're just constantly like pounding the balls away without really thinking about where they're going. I had a couple of losses at a pinball tournament this weekend. 2 people that were doing that, and I was just like, oh, it's so frustrating. But trust me when I say, if you try to play controlled, actually juggle the balls, think about what you're doing, well, you're gonna lose eventually, no matter how good you are at controlling the balls. You're gonna significantly raise your chances of survival. And that's it. My next Crank It Up is lit. I mean, I might as well play it out if I can. Oh, that happens sometimes. It doesn't think that like there's anything in the scoop. Let's try battery again. Hey, John Evan. Welcome back. How are you doing tonight? So battery again, you just shoot up the middle. Now the thing about Crank It Up modes is that they're single ball play, so it's like they can be scary to play because you don't have that crutch of multi-ball and then adding balls, you know, keeping your mode going, which kind of minimalizes your risk. But that's also what's satisfying about Crank It Up, is when you successfully complete one, it's like, whoa, man, that was intense. Oops. Those animations are great. Alright, what do we need to do? Just up the middle again. Look at all those items I've collected. If I got to the end of the line with those items, it would be like a lot of points. So I think I should get more points for the middle shot now. Let's see. Yeah, so you hit the middle shot, and then you try to hit the other shots at light, then you go back to the middle shot, and I think the middle shot goes up in value. Something like that. It seems that way. John's favorite is Master of Puppets. Right on, man. It's a great album. Yeah, 80 million just for kind of messing around. Not too bad. Just playing a bunch of like regular multi-ball modes. Oh, man. All right, 2 hours. I totally forgot to start a local recording. So I hope we don't get too many copyright claims. I'm going to shut my window here because it's still really damn hot. Oh, it doesn't help. I've got this big LED lamp right here, which is super hot, too. Let's lower it down a little bit. All right, guys. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to go use the restroom, so I will be right back. All right. What is your favorite Metallica song? I mean, I can never name like a favorite song. I can never name a favorite anything. You guys know me. But I'd say, Fade to Black, 2x4 from Load. Patchouli, why do you always have to start howling at me when I'm trying to use my head? Here, come here. Hi. Hi. No, don't flop around. Don't flop around. You howl at me, then you go on camera. That's how it works, okay? Man, Orion is one of my favorites. That was like one of their only instrumental tracks. I love that song. Yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of other favorites. Metallica's just got a great library, over the generations, over the decades. A lot of people kind of give them crap for, like, quote-unquote selling out. But a lot of some of my favorite songs were in that sellout era, and it's just, I can go and listen to their earlier thrash stuff and love it, and then go and listen to their late 90s stuff and love it as well. And then, they've kind of done everything in between ever since. So it's cool. Are you gonna stay put, Patchouli? Should we just have a do a Patchouli in chat now instead of actually playing? Oh, goof off. We haven't done this in a while, Patchouli. I haven't streamed pinball since we brought this machine in, and man, when was that? Probably a month and a half ago at least, maybe 2 months ago now, just about. Yeah, I think it was middle of May. Is it middle of May? It was whenever the bar closed down that Edon had this machine in. Nice graphics, dude. You even got a cat overlay. I know, and it's a real one, too. She's a knucklehead. Whenever I stream pinball, she just wants so much attention. Meow, 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 meow. I think as she's gotten older, she's been less likely to just jump straight up onto the machine, so like it's almost too high for her. They're just a little bit taller than my countertop, which she can jump up to easily. So I have to like pick her up and put her up here. And then once I do that, she's fine. She stays. Right? You good? I know the second you go down, you're going to start meowing again. Metallica. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to kind of backlog on my streams. I've streamed so much on YouTube this week that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my archives. Dark Souls 3 got a copyright claim, so I got to look at that. My arcade stick stream from the other weekend, I forgot about it already and haven't published it yet. Now Metallica tonight. Maybe we'll stream job searching tomorrow, Patchouli. Gameplay and job search. Career search. You want down? You want down, Patchouli? No? Okay. Alright, hold on. Girl. You're liking this machine so much, you're giving it a thumbs up. Hell yeah, Carlos. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. So what I'm thinking about doing on my next game is just doing like combos, just trying to hit the ramps and then hit the piston shot. One thing I used to do in league play is like players were so inconsistent at this game that a decent score was like 25 million, right? Which is like piddly points in the grand scheme of things. But like a two-way combo, you got points for that, and then a piston ender. A piston ender gives you like 1 million points. So like you're maybe getting like 2 to 2.5 million points a combo streak. You know, you just do that a bunch of times and you've got your 25 million. That's going to beat most of the league players that you're playing against. And I won a bunch of matches just not even bothering with multi-ball, because going for the multi-ball can be very drainy. You might not even get a multi-ball in a league match or a competitive match. So it's like I would just do what I was comfortable with, and like I'd have the ball on the left flipper, go for the right ramp, and then piston. And then the ball would come back down. I'd get it on the left flipper, go for the right ramp again, and then piston, and just do it over and over and over again, and it would work. It's also very dangerous because if you break a shot, then you know, you could potentially just go straight down one of the out lanes. But you know, pinball is risk. period. Like, no matter what you go for, there is risk involved. Even games with like the biggest ramps known to man, there's still risk involved. Like, you know, you press that button inaccurately and the ball's going to shoot earlier or later. It's going to hit a post and it's going to ricochet towards one of the out lanes or straight down the middle. And usually it'll do that really fast, so it's really hard to react to it, or it just does it so perfectly to where it's a clean drain and you can't save it at all, even if you shove the machine across the floor. Hey, Mozzarants, how are you doing? We're in kitty mode right now. Julie's loving this. She's purring. You purring? You're a purring girl. Yeah, you are. What you doing? What you looking at? What you see? Huh? What you see, but Julie? Ow! That was a mega nudge. A mega head bump. You goofball. You goofball. Listen to that purr. Can I play a game now, Patchouli? Yeah, I think we got 500 something on one of our previous games here tonight. God, my grand champion is 2.4 billion, and then my highest score, like after that, it was only 600. Like, it's such a divide. It's crazy, and it's all dependent on how well you play in your crank it ups and how well you do in your wizard mode. Our 500 million, we would have had like 800 plus million if I was able to collect in the wizard mode. So, see, I ended up collecting on my 2 billion game, and that collect was 900 million points. And actually it might have been like 1.8 million because I think I had a doubler going. I don't know. I'm going to go watch my other previous archive of it. Hey, Guns. You still there, I see. And yeah, we got some patchouli. Here, come here, patchouli. Come here. Good girl. All right, let's switch views. It's the first pinball stream you've seen. That's not the first time someone said that tonight. That's really cool. That's the reason why I wanted to try to stream a little bit of pinball on my channel here and there. So I know some of you guys probably haven't seen like real pinball in action in a while, especially on the internet. But yes, pinball streaming, it is a thing. There is a good scene for it on Twitch in particular. Not many people stream it on YouTube, but they do post their Twitch stream archives on YouTube. I think when it comes to pinball streams, I'll probably end up trying to stream it on YouTube more often. Maybe not necessarily on this channel, but I will probably avoid Twitch because the viewership is very, I don't know, it's very inconsistent there. So you'll do a 3-hour stream and have like one person pop in and that's it. So it's like, it's like I could have just played pinball by myself off stream and had the same results. So I don't know, it's cool to be able to show you guys some pinball because I know a lot of you guys are video game only. So, but this is my other hobby. You know, when I'm not playing lots of video games, usually what I'm doing is I'll be playing pinball if I'm not working, obviously. Gotta put food on the table. YouTube doesn't do that. So yeah, this is what I do. I don't have a ton of machines. I have 4 machines here. Only one is mine. Only 2 work really well. Mine works fine-ish. It's got some issues, but my friend Edon's machines, F14 Tomcat and Metallica, they work great. So those are the primary ones I play. Which let's not do that. Yep. And so, like, I don't have a ton of options to play here. So I do go out on location. Okay, no, let's not do that either. She's going to bump into my webcam. I go out on location and put quarters in machines and play that way. All right, good girl, Patchouli. So, like, Saturday, we had a local tournament at one of the breweries, Mustang Sally. And, so I was there for a few hours playing competitively. And then to get ready for that tournament on Friday, I went up as well. And, practice for 2 or 3 hours on my own time. So I used to own Ripley's, believe it or not, guns. Twice, actually. That's one of my favorite games. It's a fantastic game. Very difficult. It's what they call a player's game, where the rules are fairly deep and it's hard to get stuff going and moving. It's a very challenging game. A lot of casual players step up to Ripley's and they don't do anything on the game. We get a couple million points, that's it. Whereas, a grand champion score for someone that really knows the game is like a couple 100 million. It's a huge divide. It's a very challenging game, but good theme. I like the humor in it. And it's one of the last, pseudo-original themes. It's based on a license, Ripley's, believe it or not. But all the artwork and stuff like that, and all, the humor and the animations for the game, that was all just built for that game. It wasn't ripped from, live band shows or anything like that, like you have with, some of the other music-themed pinball machines in particular. But yeah, it was one of Stern's. Stern has a thing for licensed themes. It's like a safe bet for them by making pinball machines based around familiar properties. But Ripley's was one of the last ones where Stern had a lot of creative freedom with the artwork and all that stuff. Metallica was another one where they had a lot of creative freedom, which was awesome. So all this artwork is custom for the pinball machine, done by a guy named Dirty Donnie. The band recorded all these custom call-outs and stuff like that for the game. So this also feels very unique, even though it's technically a licensed properly. It feels like it's a homegrown kind of creation. It's not if you get freaking my Rolling Stones pinball machine. I've got the playfield for it right here, but this was my first pinball machine. All the artwork on it, or most of the artwork, is just photoshopped cutouts of promotional material, artistic material that was given to them from the licensee. So you look at the cabinet and it's just it's the same thing you'd probably see in some album cover. But Metallica, it's just all custom art for this machine, and it's really nice. Ripley's was like that too. It was awesome. So, but let me mute the mic again. I'm gonna blow my nose, and then we'll play another game. I think I'm just gonna try combos on this game, and we'll just try to mess around with some other stuff and just have some fun. So, yeah, we put up some decent games. So yeah, we'll just kind of screw around now and see what happens. All right. So who all is still out there? We don't have a ton of people watching, but we got some people watching. Shout out in chat if you're still there. Guns and Carlos. Yeah, Carlos, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Metallica themselves had a lot of like input on this game. Stern will do that if a band is willing to like cooperate with them. Like they will totally, you know, be down for that. But with some properties, it's just like, you know, you reach out to the licensee and you just kind of go through them. And the band like might not even really know like it's happening, or they might not care, you know. But Metallica was like, you know, they were very, I think, like hands-on with this, which was awesome. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. So let's do fuel, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to play for combos. So I'm just gonna go for ramps and then the piston shot. All right, piston. Oh, I missed it. So let's go left ramp. No, left ramp is one of the harder shots for me. It's a very tight shot. And if I start a multi-ball or something, that's fine too. But the idea is to go for combos. I got 3 sparky shots, so I'm just trying to hit the left damn ramp. Sometimes what I'll do is instead of going for the left ramp, I'll just post pass like this, and then I'll go for the right ramp, which is a much wider shot. I still brick it, don't get me wrong, but I make it much more often than I make the left ramp. Oh, dude, I just can't hit anything right now. If your flippers are really strong, you can backhand the right ramp. I actually did it once today playing on my own, but your flippers have to be really strong. Boom, got it. That was 950,000 just for that one shot. That combo shot into the piston. I'm already at 2.7 mil. Boom, another one. 1.2 mil for that one. It's like the value goes up too. I'm already at 4.8 mil. I didn't get the death save. Mike J. Real pinball. Yes. How you doing, Mike? How much does this particular machine cost? Edon had to pay $5,000 for this one. This was used. It was routed. It was on location for several years. Made some money. Probably made a few grand in money. Probably almost paid for itself, actually, on location. Yeah. And if this was like a collector quality one, probably would have been like 6,000 and up. And then they have premium and limited edition models, which have more features. Like the premium has a cross that actually raises up out of the playfield when you start that multi-ball. It has an actual hammer that like smacks the ball underneath the playfield, and the coffin is a see-through thing where you can actually see the locked balls. The snake will actually scoop the ball up underneath the playfield. Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff like that. And there's more too. You know, extra gimmicks and whatever. There are spinners on the orbits that flip around as you hit them. So those models go for even more money. So yeah. And that's a modern popular game though. Like, you know, something like F-14 Tomcat, which this camera is sitting on top of. That was a $1,000 machine for Edon just a few months ago. So, granted, it's like a 1987, 88 machine, something like that era. And it was in really good condition, but it just depends on the game. So, the modern games, though, they have a lot more depth to the rules. If you put them on location, they're probably going to make more money. And I also feel like the modern games, in a way, are more reliable. You put them on location, less stuff that's going to go wrong as quickly as a bunch of old games. So, you know, there's like, you know, pros and cons. It depends. But yeah, modern games are usually a lot more expensive. And older games are usually a lot less expensive. Now, there's variations in the market for every era. Like, you've got collector pins from the 70s that are like $3,000 and up. But, you know, usually something like, you know, a late 80s machine is only going to cost $1,000 to $2,000 tops. Whereas, you know, a 2013 and up game is going to be, you know, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5 grand, depending on the game. Metallica is one of the most popular ones that Stern's ever put out. But you know, from the same era, they also released Transformers, which was like a year before this, I think. And people don't care about it that much. You can still get beat up ones, or routed ones, I should say. Not necessarily beat up ones. Fully functional working ones that have been on route for like 4 grand. Maybe even you'd get a deal for like 3.5 if it was actually like beat up and stuff was broken, but it was still playable, you know. Condition matters, so... Must be pretty hard to keep these in good order, good working order. You'd be surprised, actually. These things are pretty resilient. The things that break the most are things that get beat on really heavily, like drop targets will actually break and snap off, but they're easy to replace and they're cheap. Flipper mechanisms do wear out, and you have to replace them. There is a lot of like items like in the back box that are, you know, electrical, like transistors and stuff like that that can blow. It's not that common. Lights can burn out, but they're all LEDs now, so that's very uncommon as well. Back in the day, they were all incandescent light bulbs, and so those things wouldn't last very long, so you'd have to be constantly swapping them out. But pretty much all games these days are LEDs. LEDs last a super long time. It's rare for LEDs to just die randomly. So, yeah, the modern games are usually pretty reliable, all things considered. And Stern has come up with a new system where it's kind of hard to explain, from my standpoint anyway, but they seem to be pretty solid overall, and, you know, have less things that will blow that would blow on, like, this era of machine and prior. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to it. There's a lot that can go wrong for sure. But maintaining them, honestly, if you get a new game and you maintain it, you know, you're working your flippers with they start to break or whatever. It's not too bad. So come here, Patchouli. Hey, come here. Hi. You're so talkative. You want so much attention. Like the world revolves around Patchouli. The world revolves around Patchouli. I used to own Starship Troopers. I had that one for a few months, and I would have kept it longer, but I had a one of my favorite machines came up for a trade, and so I did a trade for like 2 machines for it, and plus some cash. It's gonna be really hard to play. Yeah, Patchouli, I can't even see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing, Patchouli! We got a multi-ball. I can see like underneath her if I get to the side. It's really, really awkward. You have no idea what's going on. You looking at the balls? Yeah? You see them? You can see them. They're like right underneath her. She's just staring at them. Well, that's it. I lost it. Thanks, Patchouli. Thanks, girl. Are you gonna move? anytime soon? Anytime soon, Patchouli? Oops. I thought it was going to bounce. Oh my god, that hurts my back, cat. Jurassic Park. I guess you're talking the one from the 90s? There were actually two in the 90s. There was Jurassic Park, then there was Lost World. And then Stern, a couple of years ago, made a new Jurassic Park, which is a really good machine. Really good one. I live catch that? Are you serious? Oh my god. Patchouli, you blocked the best live catch on the stream. I did the live catch without even being able to see it. I just timed it right. You blocked the live catch, girl. I'm disappointed. Oh, straight down the middle. Alright, let's go to your bed. Nope, nope, here.
You.
Just stay there, babe. Stay there. Here, I'll open this for you again. You want to see out? You want to look out? I shut this up because it was super hot earlier. No, you're good. You're good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're okay. You're alright, girl. Whew. Man, my cat is a handful when I stream pinball. It's... What I used to do when I streamed like on a weekly basis with pinball is I would take her and I would put her in the bedroom and then just shut the door. But I no longer have the litter box in the bedroom, so I can't just like lock her up into a room like that. Because the litter box is in the laundry room now. I decided to take it out of the bedroom. She would go in and like just do a massive dump and sometimes not cover it up. And it was just like, oh! I'd have to go sleep on the couch or something. It was bad. Oh man. So I can't lock her up into another room when I stream pinball. I have to have her out here and she's always nagging me. So let's try that again. Combos into the piston is what I was trying to do before Patchouli started nagging me again. There we go. Good shot. Oh, missed it. Now we're naturally going to start Lady Justice by doing this because we're constantly hitting ramps, which gives us Metallica letters. And when we spell out Metallica, we start Lady Justice, which is your ramps and your orbits are lit for points. There we go. Got it. 950. Ooh, that was close. There we go. That's one. Oh, I missed that second one. You can still get the piston shot from the left ramp. You can get it from, I think, any shot, technically, but it's easiest to hit the right ramp and then combo into it. Nice on the fly shot, boom, 1.2 mil. $1.45. See, the value just goes up and up and up. 1.7. This is why it's like a valid like league strategy, you know? Oh, fuck. And these slingshots aren't very sensitive, and so what happens is the ball hits them and they don't trigger. And so the ball just kind of bounces down in really weird ways. Hey, Uber Disco. Retro Games. Let's do a super skill shot. Good loop pass. Alright, Metallica! So Lady Justice is going. So now while we try to get these combos, we're going to also get just good points for the ramps and orbits. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. I'm just getting really bad bounces, unfortunately. You're just waking up, man. Let's go for the super skill again. Wow. Not really what I wanted, but okay.
Hell yeah! Raise the power!
There we go. Yeah, reset back to 950. There we go. Good live catch. Bad left ramp shot, though. Like I said, I'm terrible at that left ramp. Okay. That's a live catch right there. Oh, I'm not paying attention now. What time is it? 9:27. I can go about another half hour. Then it's getting kind of late. It's like 10 p.m. My neighbors will get pissed off. I'm on the second floor, so I do have somebody living below me, so the pinball machines can get pretty loud. But 23 mil just for doing combos isn't horrible. Why do you switch controllers mid-game? That sucks though, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Or maybe just like, you know, when you touch the console, it just caused some vibration and, you know, one of the contacts just wasn't there. Oh, I completely bricked that left ramp, dude. That's 2 shots. What do we got for that? 1.2 mil. I think the value of the piston shot goes up per, like, based on the amount of combos you actually hit. So if I get, like, 2 combos, then hit the piston, it's going to be worth more than 1 combo and the piston. Oh, come on, dude. That's bad. Bad. Oops. I was not able to grab that. Okay, there we go. Piston. Yeah, 9.5. Snake. Yeah, whatever. Alright, left ramp. Left orbit, that's fine. Ooh, I was gonna say right ramp, but that's not working. Left ramp again, right ramp, there we go. Alright, piston. Boom, got it. 1.8, nice. Alright, so Lady Justice is going again. There we go. 750 just for 1 shot. Boom, combo. The piston combo. So again, Lady Justice, you can do orbits. You don't have to just do ramps. Oh my god, dude. I'm getting fucked over. I am in the United States of America. It's the issue you have with the Retro Saturn controller too. Interesting, Uber. Alright, so we're getting ramps.
Hell yeah!
Not doing too well with my piston combos. Well, it would probably help if I was actually like hitting my ramps. Yeah, one of the problems you run into is like bricking shots. If you start missing shots, not hitting your stuff right, that's where the ball goes out of control. And it can be hard to recover. You can just get really bad drains by just being inaccurate. That's why accuracy is so important on pinball. And that was a super clean drain. That happens sometimes. Oh, man. Alright, go ahead and try this again. Good loop pass.
Hell yeah!
Well, missed the super skill shot, the correct one. Alright, I'm just gonna go right ramp into piston. That seems to be the most reliable setup. Boom, there's one. Yeah, it's like, whenever I try to go for the left ramp, I just cannot hit it at all. So if I get the ball in the right flipper, I post pass over. Just like that. Go over the right ramp. Left flipper is definitely weak right now. Part of that is the playfield just needs to be cleaned again. I could see that was getting dirty. I cleaned it about a month ago, and I've played it a lot since then. So, it's one of the other maintenance things you have to do on pinball machines is clean them. If they get dirty, which they will, the ball starts to move a lot slower. Got it. You like the ones that have the old looking scoreboard, not digital, but mechanical. Oh, you mean the electromechanical games, yeah. I don't have any EMs in here right now, but I know what you mean. I used to own a couple. Yeah, they're fun. Because every time, like, the score reel changes, it goes chunk, 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 chunk. It's a really satisfying sound. That's how pinball machines were up until the late 70s. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, piston. Oh, I keep missing the piston now. This isn't working. Nice. That was good. Very risky, but it was good. If it works, it's good. Yeah, that's not good. Oh! Only got one warning for that. That's good. Alright, there we go. It's another one. Alright. Got the death save. That's good. Without tilting, I was gonna say. I saved it and then completely flubbed it, man. Completely flubbed it so badly. Oh, man. Well, let's try it again. 12 million that time, better than last time, but still not great. Ooh, we got it.
Hell yeah!
Got it. Oh, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? Do I speak French? No. I don't speak any language other than English. Oops, not what I wanted. No, dude, those clean drains, man. I can't do anything about that. Oh, it's awful.
This is one crazy.
We'll try it again. Hey, no, I'll just play a regular game this time. We'll just shoot stuff. Go for the snake. Got it. Ooh, that was close. That snake likes to go almost straight down the middle. It's pretty bad. Alright. Got the hurry up. I also got the multi-ball. I wanted to go for the multi-ball first before the hurry up. Hurry up's not worth a lot of points on its own. Multi-ball is the safer bet. If I missed the hurry up and bricked and drained, I would have had to hit 4 gravestone targets just to get right back to the multi-ball. So it's like, it was a wiser decision to go for the multi-ball since it was ready. I think I have a stuck ball. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Alright, my Atta-ball is lit. Go for snake and miss. I keep missing, man. Snake can be a tough shot, man. It really can. Got it. Alright, let's go for the left orbit. Oh, I missed. That works. There's that left orbit. Alright, super jackpot's lit on the grave marker. Now I gotta separate the balls. Super jackpot's ready. Oops, did not want to do that. I could try to backhand it, but it's... You kind of need a good, strong shot to get the ball off the magnet. So a forward hand from the right flipper is usually the better choice. There it is.
Super jackpot! Ours is lit. Cool.
We got 2 times playfield going again. Trying to go for that left orbit so I can get my hurry up, and I keep missing the left orbit. Got it. Oh, that's the end of the multi-ball. All right. She needs some coffin locks, and that'll get us to our next crank it up. Not sure how many tilt warnings I have. Another snake. Alright, 2 more snakes for snake multi-ball. Alright, crank it up is lit. Intense. Oh my god, I'm doing terrible with my post passes. And that's out. Whenever it hits the top of the slingshots, man, it's just like straight out. It's so bad. Alright, got an extra game. Not that it matters, it's on free play. But that's how you go in and you don't pay much money on location because like you put up a decent enough score to get a free game. So you know, when you get a better at pinball, you know, you can walk in with a few bucks and last a few hours. Alright, so we're getting Crank It Up is lit, so that's what we're going to go for. I'd really like to complete a Crank It Up and actually like cash out the points with like a good doubler or something. But again, kind of easier said than done. There we go. Okay, it's going to give it to me. Alright, we will do Fade to Black again. That's a bad start. Bad start. Nice thing about the ball saver on Crank It Up is it doesn't just go out immediately after the first use. So it is possible to get it, you know, get the out of ball twice. We need to go for the shot that's flashing, so the right ramp. Yeah, one of the problems with Fade to Black is that you have to go for the shot that's flashing, otherwise you're not going to get as many points. Hey Matt, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? There we go, we got it. 1.2 mil. Definitely prefer From Whom the Bell Tolls. It's like 2 million a shot on that mode. We got 2 mil for that shot, whatever it was. Alright. And one thing that's cool is on like the premium models, I don't think this happens on the Pro, but on the premium, the lights will actually fade out as you play. So like the game becomes like pitch black by the end of the mode. It's really cool. Good shots, man. Getting those combos is such a good feeling in this game. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could exit Crank It Up and collect 29 million. But I'd rather get my doubler going before I do that, and I'd like to play out the mode a little bit longer. Okay, so left orbit. There we go. That's good. At 2 million points a shot. Right ramp again. Trying to hit the fuel targets on the way around so I can try to get the doubler. Oh, there it is. Alright, there we go. See, now I have to actually collect the doubler. But I'm also trying to hit that ramp at the same time. That's adding good points. Alright, 2 times playfield. We got 15 million too for free. Now I just need to get into the Crank It Up scoop. I don't think my 2 times playfield is activated right now. So let's see. We're at 54. No, it was active. Okay, so we just got 109 million for completing Crank It Up. We got the points, and then we doubled the cash out. So that was good. That's what I wanted to do on previous games. And my drain. I got 2 tilt warnings, man. That was tough. All right.
Hell yeah!
Trying to get that snake multi-ball going. At the office, work, having lunch. Office is completely empty due to COVID. Oh, nice. I do kind of miss having the office all to myself. That was when I was doing graveyard shift. Alright, we might as well try to do a grade marker multi-ball. Since it was ready, might as well take it. We still have a little work to do to get back to crank it up. I'm not pressured to get back to crank it up, you know, because we had a really good first one. I'm happy with that, so... My Adaball is lit. I can't really nudge the machine much. Oh man, I would have, if I had hit that snake right then and there, I would have gotten the Adaball.
Lock is lit.
Alright, Coffin lock is lit. So I would definitely want to do that.
Balls in the cap.
Alright, electric chair's ready. I should probably take it as well. Alright, we've got Seek and Destroy running now, too. Metal up your ass! Crank it up is lit again. Got an intentional deflection there to save the balls.
Fuel starts fast score.
2 times playfield again. Having a hard time hitting that captive ball, man. That's out. Alright, crank it up again. This time we'll do From Whom the Bell Tolls. Alright, 2 sets of shots are done. I gotta go for those orbits.
Oh yeah.
Orbits, and then the left ramp. Blue pass. Gotta crank it up bonus. Ooh, nice. That like completed that left ramp instantly. That was good. That was risky. Another crank it up bonus. I'll take that. 2.5 mil. I'd already had 2 tilt warnings, so I shook the machine too hard. That was it. This game's lit. Get it? I get it. Oh man, that sucked. We still got some really good points for it. We're up to 312 million points, and we've only done 2 crank it up. So that's, you can see how crank it up in this game, you can just blow up the game with it. And now imagine playing all 4 crank it ups decently, then getting to the wizard mode, and then demolishing that, because the point values there are based on how well you do in each crank it up mode. It gets pretty crazy.
Damn right.
Alright, 3 more for Coffin Multiball. Unfortunately, I don't really have any of my inserts lit now, so I'm not collecting too many items.
Brave.
And I know we got to be getting really close to Snake Multiball. One more for Coffin. Oh, why did I do that, man? Come on. Well, this game's going downhill real fast. Super skill shot, loop pass, or bounce it, whatever.
Hell yeah.
Alright, might as well just go ahead and start Coffin. And I should be able to get another extra ball. I can get 2 extra balls, and this should be the second one. For 316. 316. Got an extra ball. Looks like we just started Snake Multiball as well. Because again, with Coffin, you can stack other multi-balls on top of it. It's the only multi-ball in the game you can do that with. It's one reason why it takes so long to get to Coffin, is that it's pretty valuable in terms of keeping your multi-ball going. Like what I like to do is start Coffin, play it out a little bit, then start another multi-ball, and then you really keep that multi-ball going a long time. I have to actually hit the snake, the real snake. You need to hit the orange snake lights, but then actually hit the snake. That's how you get your points. Got it. Multi-ball is over. The crank it up is lit. Looks like we got about... oh, fuck, man. That was a flub. I do that sometimes in competition. I just, I want to throw the machine across the room because it's something that's completely avoidable. Oh, that did not work. Again, sometimes you can just not do anything. The ball will just go right into the scoop, which means you go straight into crank it up. There we go. Or you can just, you know, hit the scoop skillfully. That's fine too. Alright, we'll go ahead and just try to play this out. See what kind of points we can get.
Nice freaking shot.
Why, thank you.
Hell yeah. Yes.
That was good. That was not. Let's go for that left orbit. Oh, man. Bricked it so hard. That's bad. I hate wasting tilt warnings like that. Especially if I want a death save. Usually need 2 tilt warnings for a death save.
Damn right. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
See, like that. Oh, I got so lucky. Only got 1 tilt warning for that. Oh, man. Now I can't move the machine at all. And that's it. I think we actually completed it. I just need to hit all my main shots to, like, yeah. If you complete it, you get some good bonus points. And a cool little jingle. They crank it up bonus, 2 mil. Alright, so I need an electric chair and snake. Got it. 2 times multipliers lit. Oh, it didn't activate. Oh, it must not have hit the target hard enough. Well, we still got 51 million from the collect, which means we had also gotten 51 million for shooting all the shots. So we got 100 million points for playing that out. Now we could have gotten 150 if I got the doubler. Apparently, so there's 2 switches here. There's an actual rollover switch, and then there's a target. It has to hit both. It has to hit the switch and the target. And so what happened is it hit the rollover switch, but didn't hit the target hard enough, so it didn't register. But still, that's one of my best games without even getting to the big wizard mode, because I played 3 decent crank it ups. And getting to another multi-ball is just not looking good. It's a lot of work to get to another multi-ball. Oh, there we go. It's why, if you're trying to get to end of the line, you want to space out your multi-balls. Like, use one multi-ball to qualify one crank it up, use another multi-ball to qualify another. Because when you're back in single ball play on ball 3 and you've got no extra balls or anything, it's very difficult to qualify your next crank it up. And so I'm kind of stuck right now in terms of that. In terms of, like, game. Especially when that happens. I rarely see the special animation. That was pretty funny. But yeah, especially when that happens and you drain 2 balls at once. That's why you want to trap up in multi-ball. You don't want to be flailing around, because that stuff will happen a lot. Which is why it really aggravates me when I play competition and people are just flailing after ball save is gone. They flail the entire multi-ball. And it's like, dude, you should be having double ball drains all the time playing like that. But sometimes, you know, you can just get real lucky with flailing and just hit everything constantly, just because sometimes that's how it goes. But it's not good for consistency. You know, if you want to survive longer, you need to be able to trap up in multi-ball and think about what you're doing. But I'd say that's a pretty good game to go out on. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. It's getting kind of late. It's about a little after 10 p.m. my time on a work night for me. Although I don't know how much longer that's going to last, because I'm getting booted from my job in 2 weeks. Depends on if I find something else in that time period. So maybe a 10 p.m. stream a couple weeks from now won't be too bad, since there won't be such a thing as a work night. But yeah, thanks for the GG, Mike. Much appreciated, dude. And thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. If you guys like this, I'll try to come back and I'll do a F-14 Tomcat stream sometime soon with the exact same setup. F-14 is a really fun game. Much more simplistic, but it does have 4 flippers instead of 2, so there's some interesting stuff you can do with what's called stage flipping, where you keep the bottom flippers up, but the upper flippers you can just like flip independently while the bottom flippers still stay up. So something that's very, very fun to do for me. I love multi-flipper games that can, have their flippers staged. So. But I think I explained most of the game. I do know that there are like different piston awards, and I do know that there's probably more to fuel once you get it started, but it's not really a core focus of the game for me. I would like to try to play just fuel more. I could just do that right now, actually. Screw it. We'll do one more game. One more game. I'm going to just try to play fuel. I didn't even think about that when I was playing the other games. I was like, I've never actually tried that before, so we're just going to go for the fuel targets. It's not going to work like that. Alright. For some reason, they're deceptively difficult. There we go. That's one. Now, the fuel targets are actually, they're just a set of 2 targets. And so you can hit either target. It doesn't matter which one you hit. Alright, that sucks. I'm going to go ahead and just restart that game. So I do have what's called game restart turned on. So if I hold on the start button on ball 2 or up, it will start a brand new game. So if I'm trying to do a small goal like this and just do the fuel targets, then I'll just restart my game. If I have a really bad first ball like this. This is good practice too. If you have a pinball machine at home in particular, it's good to set just random goals like this for yourself. Be like, I just want to see what happens when I just hit this over and over. It kind of helps you learn the rules better, but it also forces you to aim for very specific things, which is extremely good. It is possible to backhand that. Alright, that's 3. What I think I'm going to do is actually start the multi-ball, and then use the multi-ball to just hit the fuel targets over and over.
I just shoot flashing shots and I ran.
Alright, there we go. It says 1 fuel. Now I think as you complete those targets, you fill up your fuel meter, and that's when you start the actual fuel mode. Sometimes you can hit them with a, when you got 2 balls cradle and a left flipper. Oops. Whoa. Nope. Shooting too late. And those fuel targets are hard to hit. I'm trying to hit them, and I'm just either over or under shooting. All right, that's 2 fuel banks. Cannot hit it at all, man. Alright, there it is. We got it. So now I have to hit the fuel targets again, I believe. Got it. Alright, fuel's going. Fuel adds more time. Piston target is 750. Okay. So I guess when you're in fuel, you just want to hit the piston over and over. That's such a good sound effect, man. Man, I botched that fuel completely. I didn't do anything with it. Alright, let's go back to hitting those targets. One of the problems with it is that like there are these two posts right above and below, and I keep hitting them. These would be easier to hit if they were like angled targets, but they're just completely flat. Got it. Yeah, every time you complete fuel, it boosts your fuel meter by 1, it looks like. Alright, listen. I didn't want to get a, like... There we go, there it is. Man. So piston targets are 800,000. Looks like your fuel depletes. Whoa there. I'd already gotten a warning. Ah. Sucks. Wasted fuel. Man, that tilt bob is still turning. I already got 1 tilt warning. It is interesting seeing the fuel light on red, empty. I'm not used to seeing that. I do wonder if you can hit like a ramp and get extra fuel letters by comboing into it, but probably not. Oh, and that's it. Oh well. Well, we tried. It seems like when you start fuel, you want to try to hit the piston to get some good points. There might be more to it. But, yeah. It's interesting. I like messing around with, like, you know, static modes like that. Just try to play that mode over and over and see what happens. There's some games where, like, you can play the same mode over and over. And it might not be worth much in the beginning, but it'll start to snowball, like, when you play it, like, 5 or 6 times or something like that. It's fun, like, exploring the rules of pinball machines like that. It's one reason why I love having pinball machines in my home, is I have, you know, greater freedom to do that. I'm less likely to do that on location because you are paying money to play. Whereas when you have a machine at home, it's just you set the free play and that's it. So, but, alrighty, guys, I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and officially leave this time. I just had that random thought as I was closing out last time. I was like, ooh, I got to try it. Got to try it. So, oh, that's the outro. Okay, I guess I'll roll with that. This is an old template I have for like my Twitch streaming channel, Twitch Pinball channel. So this isn't really lining up with what I normally do. Video game stuff these days, so no patron slides or anything. Sorry about that, guys. I'll have those updated for my next gaming stream, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I'm gonna drink some water. It's still hot as hell in here. Well, apparently there's like a heat wave this week, so it's definitely feels like it. Of course, all the lights, the pinball machine being on, camera and computers and overhead light, that doesn't help either. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Take it easy.